that's Goodman's autopsy. But Goodman was the guy who died in the... What?
Well, that's quite long.
And we have to remember these. It drives me nuts.
8, 2... I can't do it.
You didn't even get the first number right.
Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything?
ID number of the victim at the police department, 5842189. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think.
Meaning?
It has to be what I think it is. But what does this mean?
Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department? Tells you something. What does it tell you?
Well, it matches his ID badge. Witness.
What is it, Mr. Wright? Grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night.
Well, maybe he's got a date. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing, like you always do. Police department, prosecutor's office, 2 places, 2 detectives murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here.
Oh ho! Is it yours?
No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? Not a police This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you. Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189.
And this means what exactly?
Huh?
Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I forgot.
Didn't even get the first number right. Again! The number the chief of police gave us was 5842189.
Wait a second, right?
What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, sharp as attack. Righto, sharp as attack.
But wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot.
Yet Detective Bruce Goodman was also killed at the police department, in the evidence room at the exact same time. That's impossible. So what we're saying is, the same person was killed at the same time? And in a completely different location?
Order. It's getting juicy.
No. What I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now, just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department have made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error, Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. But what? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, Officer Meekins reporting for duty. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I got your report, sir. You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me, he said that report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman, murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty of your part, Worthy. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I... Waiting for this guy just to get really angry. No such luck this time, Worthy, or should I say unworthy. What? Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2, unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list.
So, what does this mean?
I couldn't submit this evidence until a connection was proven in court. The connection was just proven by Wright over here. Good job, Wright, my boy. Huh? I was just doing my job. No. That is quite unfortunate.
It seems we have come to the end of this trial.
I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my part.
But Mr. Edgeworth,
please, just give me one day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened, if it's the last thing I do. You better get results this time. Really. You have my profound apologies, sir. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. That sucks.
I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I will grant one further day, as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Whatever your punishment for this is, for your sake, I hope it's not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned.
Okay. To be continued. Yeah, we'll save our progress. That is pretty brutal. Two connected, same numbers. That's something fishy's going on here. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death at 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. The thing that makes no sense is, if a murder occurred in the evidence room, they would have a body, right? Like, isn't anyone alarmed that there's two different bodies? Can't we just quickly compare them and see if they're the same? Why does anybody here just not want to do any kind of maybe slight tidbit of work to figure this out? You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Okay, finally, someone's saying. Yeah. But how does he know Bruce was killed? How does he know it was Bruce? Like, if I just walk in a room and there's just blood stains and I'm like, oh my gosh, murder. Be like, who was it? Don't know. Where's the body? Don't know. Where's the murder weapon? Don't even know that one. It's a mystery. It was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. The oil drum. Was it empty? The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Maybe someone... Oh, you could have brought the corpse, but the problem is... My sister erasing evidence of the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they didn't get along, Emma really likes her sister. That's not it at all. Well, the tricky part is this car came in at 5:12 with the body in the trunk. Which couldn't have made it there if they also said the murder happened at the same time at the police station, which I'm not even sure how they determined there was a murder there. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil jar washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? Welcome back, Lady Hawk. Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But wouldn't the police have already done these tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. I mean, technically, they missed the thing in the muffler, which actually was visible. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet. I'm testing bloodstains with the stuff, not drinking it. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You got an extra pair of those things? Test for blood reaction, just spray luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some bloodstains. Holy moly, bloodstains! See your eyes shining behind those glasses. So, is this a blood stain? It's so ugh. Emma, you're shaking. It's just this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course. What's odd about this, scientifically? I mean, is it the location? It's probably the amount. If he was, right? He was murdered here, but... What? Lady Hawk, that is not an enhancer. That's... Amount of blood? Perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, not all the blood in the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a bloodstain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. I saved up my allowance to buy that. Luminol testing fluid received for one very proud look. Lumen is asking about the muffler is be like in English land. Have you ever gone to the store and you're looking to buy clothing and you grabbed it and you're like, a silencer? Oh, like if you could walk into the store and you were like, went up to the clothing clerk and you're like, I'm looking for a muffler. Would that store clerk be like, oh, they're right over here? And then you'd be like, oh, look, scarves. For normal people. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah. It's like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Starr. You only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. This day old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead doesn't really get my mouth watering. Talk about today's trial. You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that I wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry. You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective, she stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know. I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long, they called me the cough-up queen. When here, I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go or fired? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prime and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. Wait, what? SL9, wait, she doesn't mean. Hold on. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident, it's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know? Really? That knife was evidence from that case of the murder weapon. It was due for transferal to the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected. SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? Apparently not. Can I present more to you? Let's present his ID. I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cough-up queen, right? Still an awful name to have. I found this ID card here in this parking lot. Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department. Well, that's impossible. I wish I could be so sure. What else can I present to you? Can I present your own photo to you? Our legal system is amazing, and this was based on a legal system. You know, just saying. This is made by Atlas in Japan, so I don't actually know what legal system they would be basing this on. You know, so did the switchblade. If I present the note, does that do anything? What do you think about this? It's a line incident. It's written on that knife and on the note. Nope. That just produces the scene. I mean, do I give you this crime scene photo that you took? Would that do anything? If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed towards the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The whole of my testimony, as it were. The 5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl, I've had my testimony disregarded before, and I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? You finally, hey, we can finally ask her where the SL9 is in. Hey, I'm glad you're enjoying. I'm enjoying my stream too. If it's any consolation prize. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable? To who? 2 years ago, it was the biggest case I ever handled. Hey, look. It's the, that dude. There's Goodman, her, and the sheriff guy who used to be a detective, but now he's... interesting. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. So they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Oh. Executed. Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred. Wait, what? What? But the criminal was executed, right? She lied because she didn't want her testimony to be discredited again. On the basis of evidence of a sort, made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. And you were one of those. Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly, Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Because I'm guessing something happened in the case, which we're going to find out about, but when she was in court, she didn't want to be called basically a liar and her just check out her testimony because for 5 minutes she wasn't watching what was happening. Dang it. And she hates prosecutors because they got her fired. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I came to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. Yeah, someone died. There's a murder. She shouldn't lie. Yeah, it's kind of one of the tricky parts of the legal system. She lied because there was that 5-minute gap, and because there's the 5-minute gaps, that's what the defense loves. When they're like, you weren't watching, and blah, 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 and they try to discredit her. So she knew if she started mentioning those things, her whole testimony would have been thrown out because, like they said, in 5 minutes, they could have run away, or stuff could have happened and everything, so. In her mind, she fully believes that that prosecutor is guilty. So she lied about what happened because, like I said, that 5 minutes, they kind of discredited her as a witness. Whap, whap. So when all the Texas Vest have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, Rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes? Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Receive from Miss Starr. Excellent for putting Officer Marshall in a good mood. Miss Starr. Officer Marshall, is he your, are you his... Are you... going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall. Alright, well. I don't think there's anything else to gain by looking around here. Like, if I click on this, can I use it again? Ah! Booyah. This blood must be for when Lana. No. My sister isn't the murderer. But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime. And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? This has nothing to do with taking sides. So this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. It just keeps getting worse. Looking for blood. I've never heard that being proper English there, Lady Hawk. There's smoking. There's nothing on that barrel? But, whatever. Psh. We don't speak this prim and proper. Okay, I see there's nothing else there. Okay, so we're gonna move. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, see, my badness may be correct, but man, that seems weird. So weird. Yeah. All right, well, we might as well, Attention center. Can I examine this? Look, a door. This must mean something. I'm not sure the door means anything. No, it won't open. Mysterious lock. Okay, let's see what's mysterious about it. Mr. Wright, you need to learn to enjoy life more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? I don't think there's really anything. Can I look at security? So that's where Miss Starr saw the incident from. You can probably see quite a lot from up there. Probably means she wasn't lying when she said she saw Miss Sky stab him. Where's the security guard anyway? Well, this is just something I heard, but apparently he went out to buy coffee for Miss Starr. That woman is a force to be reckoned with. Can I go up to the security office? No? Oh, let's work our way around. Well, this place is as classy today as it was yesterday, and I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Emma. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. I guess we'll have to come back. I don't think there's anything new to examine, but... Aha! I found some blood. What? It looks like some blood has dripped down here. Judging by the amount, my guess is it's from a nosebleed. nosebleed. Maybe in his wrath, Mr. Edgeworth slapped someone for their incompetence? Why does Detective Gumshoe face come to mind? Okay, I would say there's nothing else to spray. Okay, moving on. Police department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday. Detectives are running around so fast they're blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. She's like a kid in an amusement park. Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. I mean, can I move in? Oh, I can't go to the guard station. Ooh, let's do it. He's just like made a little rack for his... Oh my gosh. Evidence room, entrance, guard station. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to this pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime. It sure seems that way. Oh. What's wrong? It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing, it's hard to think straight. Can't handle the cacti. Stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is the guard station, where's the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. 100%. We know who this guy is. Oh, lordy. Let's examine stuff. Yipes. Those sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? I still don't know who would want to store their hat on a prickly... Yeah, Alright, Lady Hawk, have a good nap. How so? Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. Leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? A punchy, a paunchy, a pinchy? I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. Bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. I think there's like booze right. The swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon. But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way. Of course not. If you went in through here, the couches would fall over. Ouch. I'd say it'd be more of a yarg myself. Look on the floor, a lasso. Looks like it's set up to trap something. A trap here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. But the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Okay, we're gonna... If the murder did happen in there, there has to be stuff. Really? Are we willing to accept that a murder happened in there? And someone walked out. And there's no blood. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, I can't enter. The evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. It won't open. You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I guess we'll move back to the police department entrance. This place is charged with frantic energy, as always. Please, huh? Wasn't that...
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe?
Now, there's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking.
Now's no time for despair. We've caught a criminal. Now we just need evidence.
The criminal? You mean...
You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal?
I mean, yes, I did. On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot,
Another detective was killed in the police department.
and the perpetrator?
Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact.
It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Staying around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
But wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later.
Guess we're in the detention center. He ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. So wait, if he went to the evidence room... Nope, not here. So, back to our lofts. What to do? Well, where should we begin? Oh, well, isn't it obvious? We should begin with that, you know, that thing. The mystery of the victim, I guess. How could one man, Detective Goodman, be killed in two places simultaneously? Oh, well, you see, we should go to the police department. The evidence room, was it? I'm not being very useful here, am I? No, you're being very helpful. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy. What with all those rumors? You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I mean, he kind of was. There was that business with him not reading the officer's report. Ah, about the killing at the police department, right. The chief police was right about that, but I can't help but think. Someone at the police department doesn't like Edgeworth. Well, hands down. What we want to actually do is go to the detention center. So who did they arrest? Still, I do feel better about things a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Let's not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator. I'd say I was the perpetrator again, sir. That's what I'd say.
What? He's being arrested for the crime? Oh my gosh.
Hi, greetings, sir.
Wait, I know who you are. We all know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I've got your report, sir. Officer Meekins. Is he your guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman. Like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't, is he? You, Officer Meekins, you didn't, did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. Perpetrator Officer Meekins. What? What? Now this is an unexpected turn of events. It's Officer Meekins, the most... yeah. Alright, let's talk about the day of the crime. Sir, I'm a patrolman with general affairs, sir. Sir? Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall. Yeah, that's very true. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's what I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yow! The heck is this guy doing? So what happened then? This is very true. After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red, I blacked out. When I came to, I was here at the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. A bandage on his hand. Just like Miss Sky. Who also had a scarf around her neck, which is just baffling to me. Yet another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first, tell us how you hurt your hand. Well, let's talk about the victim. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as perpetrator or victim, sir, then label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention and alive and well at that, so can't call you a victim. Oh, yes, well, that's true. Sir, I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side. Maybe. This guy's on something. So you didn't know him? Sir, I worked in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir, none. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. Yeah, the guy was in jail for a crime he's not sure he did. Like that's just gotta be confusing. And a Chan. About your hand, did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, Don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, when the detective pointed that knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious. The next thing you knew, you were, And when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? And when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? The victim's body disappeared. So did Goodman attack this guy? His blood was out. The police go, oh my gosh, we think a murder happened here. Arrest him, because his blood's at the scene, but Goodman actually attacked him and then was, Goodman also may have been against prosecutors. I'm thinking Goodman may have been the guy who was actually going there to kill the prosecutor. And he ended up dead instead. Self-defense, maybe? That's some story. Like, this guy was never the target, I don't think. Wait, actually. Can I present this to you? Is this what cut you? Officer Wiggins, this is for you. Eek, I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. Is it, sir? Last night, sir, that's the one. I was an apple, sir, in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled. That's dark. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacted to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. So my guess is he was stabbed, blood everywhere, yeah. Because he was on the case that got them all canned. Probably also don't like prosecutors. The why? My guess is that the prosecutors probably fabricated some evidence. Maybe they got the whole thing thrown out and got someone killed, which caused them all to lose their jobs. Maybe it's all anger, frustration. Go to Criminal Affairs Department. We haven't been here yet. 23rd Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here. But even that feels like it's a bit of a reach. You think they would have done blood tests? Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police station. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot. God, it makes my head hurt. Well, first thing first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. It's either that, or he's got a twin. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead. I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. I don't think it's going to tell us much. These are the detectives' desks. There are computers and files in each one. Funny, they're a lot tighter than I'd expect. Guess detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. That must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. I know, the killer used dry ice. If you put it between the latch and the door, the room could be sealed shut. This is good. I'll win a writer's award for sure. He's not writing a report, he's writing a novel. That must be the chief of detectives. He's glued to his computer screen. Wah! Detective killed in the evidence room. Tell no one outside the police department. No, I told that old lady at the restaurant everything. Someone's getting a demotion. This is the police mascot, is it? The Blue Badger, the future star of the police force. The design's a little changed from the one outside. Ah, well, the Dancing Blue Badger, TM, is still under development, you see. You have it trademarked? Absolutely. It's cutting-edge stuff, very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter, and she burst into tears. Don't show her the moving mock-up outside then. You'll give her nightmares. I mean, not that I think there will be any blood, but, you know. Just spread luminol on everything. It's fine. You want at the guard station now? No. Uh-oh. I must be missing something somewhere. Blacklight. I think I'm missing something with this guy. Oop. Guess not. Wait, hold on. Okay, I can't get to where I wanted from there. There's a handprint there. Nope, just shoddy work. Never mind. There's got to be something I'm missing with good old Derptastic here. Okay, let's go through maybe the ID card? Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey, that's it, sir, that's it, that's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. Sir, now I remember, sir. You mean you remember what happened? Correct, that card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir, that's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir, nothing. Better pry into this one a little deeper. Wait, can I? Crime details, there we go. Okay, there we go, that's what I missed. We're doing fine now. Can you tell me what it is you do remember? Well, sir, you might say I'm a little lost little patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room, and that's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto to others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my ears, sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. Reason for arrest. So, Officer Meekins, why was it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Emma? Let's do, what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman, and the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh. We still ended up here? They told me that it had to be him, sir. On the day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. Japanese good luck charm. Oh, interesting. Didn't know that. But you don't remember the events clearly. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape. And you waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge, I don't deserve it. No, thanks, I have my own. Well, I guess we better go check on the crime scene. Okay, there we go. Police station, criminal fire station. Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the chief of detective's desk. It's police chief, Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. Checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Aha! Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much? Oh ho, Chief Gant reporting for duty, sir. Why are you slitting him, Mr. Wright? Kind of jamming music here. Let's talk about Edgeworth here. See if anyone hates his guts. Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, Worthy. Oh, you know they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boy since last year. You mean the incident on Gourd Lake. It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defense seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right? Righto. Von Karma. Alleged he was undefeated in his 40-year career. And in court, you fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of a turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? Oh, the evidence room isn't. It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on their turf, too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, so. Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this particular, well, it's a little sensitive, and I can't talk about it. I'm not expecting much anyway. How do they know this guy was stabbed at the same time if there was no body? You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets, can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives trap shut. He was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? Saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Let's bounce out of here a little bit. Technically, yes. But I think on this one, they're trying to show that he's so nervous and he's being locked up and he's just a simple-minded, simple job person. Where people like say like, Mr. Detective, sir, and they're like, oh my gosh, I should say sir, and he's a detective, a doctor, and it's like they're just panicking. Or he doesn't know his name, so he's putting in his job title, like, oh, Mr. Lawyer, sir, or something like that. I think is what they're going for. More than it being correct. I want the guard station. Okay, so I've got to figure out something to do with this guy. Hey, let's give him the blue badge panel. I was wondering, could you take a look at this? Oh, sorry, righto. I'm through with that stuff. Through, I say. Go find that guy who can't seem to sit still out there, the busy one. Guy who can't sit still? Does he mean Detective Gumshoe? Either him or the dancing blue badger. That didn't work. But I need to get in there. It's all good. Just a poor, nervous soul. See, I need... You know what? Actually, let's go to the guard station. No, still can't get through. There's something I'm missing with someone here. No, you got nothing. I'm missing... I still need to present more to you. Maybe there's something else I can give you. Do you know anything about this? Sir Wiggins, could you take a look at this? Sorry, sir. Really sorry, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Passing the buck, Mr. Wright.
He's a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth.
Okay, well, maybe we can...
It is time to see, Mr.
No, he's not there.
Okay, so that means we're dealing with the new guy in our way. This is the guy we gotta get past.
Examine?
Sorry, you had to see that. Oh.
Never mind, easy enough. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do?
Well, see over there? That's Goodman's desk.
He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue.
They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can.
So nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here.
Of course not. We'll accept for this.
What? You kept something?
Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete.
Lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something?
The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Half-written document dated February 21st can only be submitted to the chief of police.
Sure, they get back to investigating the police department crime scene.
Actually, before we, Bruce Gordman. Wait, ID 5'9". Isn't he 5'8"? Well, see, I'm starting to think, like, it wasn't lost. I think he was forging it so he could steal it. Because then they could be like, oh, no, it's lost. Okay, no. I have to... It's got to be this doofus in front of us, right? I've missed something somewhere, and I'm not sure what it is. Oh, jeez. Just shoot me. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come. When Wrighto asked me for help, I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room. Gosh, shoot me. What do you say? No, Wrighto. Actually, I'm sorry. I don't need to investigate after all. Wrighto, please do. I look like a selfish man. Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
Just goes to show you never know until you ask.
For you here, you can borrow this.
Huh? Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir, it's an honor. Just run along and do your best now. Later, folks.